I mean, realistically, if I were to move to a different country, I would probably move South Korea or not Lebanon.
Oh, South Korea sounds fun. Squid Game.
Not because of Squid Game, no.
I watched Squid Game and I thought South Korea was pretty cool, even though that's like a gnarly depiction of it. I'd love to move to Japan. Like that's like a weeb answer.
But it's a really pretty place. There's a lot of really cool places in Japan.
Well, anyways, take two. We are live. Welcome to the Snooze Room, guys. This is the brand new show. This is the brand new place. And unlike other podcasts, the Snooze Room is it's like an actual room. It's the name of the show, but it's also a place. It's pretty cool. Anyways, My name is Andre, the host of today and every other day that will be taking place here in the Snooze Room. And today I'm joined with, one of my best friends and musical soulmate, just all around awesome dude, my buddy Will Shannon. We're just going to be having a good time. How you doing, Will?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the great intro.
Thank you.
I'm really glad to be on the show. I'm glad it's up and running finally after a long while.
Pretty cool. And then I got to give a quick shout out to the man in the chair behind the curtain. Andrew, how's it going?
Good. Just fucked it up. Too.
Yeah, so
No cousin.
we are really low energy, just slugging through this because we've been here for a while. We were here earlier, just talking, thinking about, we're just going through an episode. It would be really awkward if I had like talking points when we were going through it and we had to go back and just
Oh god.
Yeah, of course.
Go over it again.
See, that's why it's, for episode 1, I knew we were going to have issues. So I'm like, okay, we'll have Will. And then I wanted Grayson here, of course. And it's just like the guys. So I don't care if it just shit hits the fan. And because I knew we were going to have issues.
Yeah.
And we did. Andrew forgot to press record. A classic. And then the cameras were having issues too. And I'm hesitant now as well because I feel like, the cameras flickering were something that were freaking me out before, and I honestly don't think our solution is literally just unplug it, plug it back in, which isn't great. It's definitely disheartening. So I hope it's fixed. That's what we're wishful thinking right now. So right now, what we're saying, it may not even come out. It may just be more garbage. How does that make you feel going forward talking? It makes me want to give up, honestly.
It makes me want to talk more. Because, there's no pressure at all.
Yeah. And now, my big thing is I wish Grayson was here because we are you, me, Grayson are the three musketeers, with what we do.
Yeah.
But he just, his style is not to get in front of the camera and talk. Even though this is just I don't know. Obviously, there's going to be days like today where it's just you and me, and then Grayson comes in. But, for this show, I do want to have guests on. You know this, but for people at home, I want to have guests on. I want to make this thing awesome. I want to interview people. A lot of cool people that want to promote stuff, musical people. But today it's just you and me.
Yep.
And we're just going to speak our mind. No filter. No holds barred. We're going to...
No filter.
No... What?
No, nothing.
No filter. No holds barred. No censoring. This is the truth. This is what America wants to hear, Because I realized, I had an epiphany when I made 30 subscribers on my second channel that this is what people needed. Because people were watching my content and they were just watching a guy, chow down on donuts and pretend to exercise. And they're like, we want to hear what this guy has to say about life.
Yeah.
And my wisdom, because I talk too much.
I can agree with that.
I'm in an interpersonal communication skills class, and I'm learning that my style of communicating is I like to monopolize a conversation and make it about me.
That's interesting.
Well, they were just describing different kinds of communication. People can be defensive communicators. People can be offensive communicators. You can there's different styles with how you react. I just tend to take over conversations, especially with people like you and Grayson, who are so laid back. It's so easy for me to just talk and just go on and blah and just word vomit. It doesn't even matter what I'm saying. You're just sitting there, just yeah. There's very few people I know who can like rival me in just invading a conversation. Unfortunately, it's not great, but for the purposes of what we're doing, it just means there's no dead air.
Yeah, and that's what's good about it. That's what's good about having you as a host of the shows, because like you could pretty much pull anything out of the air and start talking about it, which is good for material, you know.
You
what I
have
mean?
an episode by yourself, dude.
That'd be interesting.
Just put a couple mirrors in the seats around us.
I could do it.
That'd be kind of cool.
I could do
I'd
it.
watch that.
It would be. You would just hear me thinking out loud. I mean, that's the trick to it. If you have trouble, because a lot of people have this, they don't like talking because they don't like the very real thing that happens when you talk, especially with new people, when you run out of things to say. You get through the small talk, hey, how's it going, blah, 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 how was your day, how's the weather, and then you reach the end of small talk questions, and you run out of things to say. Here's a simple trick. Just speak your thoughts.
As long as they're not too terrible.
Don't think terrible thoughts. There you
Well,
go.
sometimes you can't control it.
The intrusive thoughts.
Oh my God! Don't
Yeah.
even get me started on intrusive thoughts, dude.
Yeah, you do kind of. There is a bit of nuance to it. Don't say exactly what you're thinking, but just your stream of consciousness. You'll just the mind and mouth just have that synced up completely, and you'll never run out of things to say.
That's true, yeah.
Because once you start thinking too much, and that's the thing, there's too much blockage, too much bureaucracy. You can't really just have like that flow. What's going on? You see just flashlights. It's like that's like one of the things like playing on my anxiety is that this is the room. So you might be thinking like, where is Andrew? Because like you see they've got 3 angles here, and it's like the room. Andrew's not in the room. He has his own separate room that you don't see on the other side. And the worst part is like we can't see him either. Especially he's like in his own little separate station. It's so cool. It's like we worked really hard on this. Like you and me set this up, and then me and Andrew set up. This is more for show, but it's supposed to look nice. His station looks terrible.
Oh, man.
It looks like an episode of Hoarders. You know, one day we'll do it behind the
God.
scenes and you can see it. But he has like a little desk, and that was just setting up the logistical side of just like the tech and whatever. It's not for show, but it is a little private area. The cameras don't see. He can do whatever. All I see is like the little cracks behind the curtain. I see like flashlights and him just like whispering small talk, and I just get freaked out. It's like, what is he plotting? What is he planning?
That's it. Yeah, like I'll be listening to you, and I'll just hear in the background. I'm like, what the
Okay, I'll try to stop that.
No, it's not that bad. It's just that like sometimes I'll like hear it behind me like without the headphones, but sometimes I'll hear it in the headphones, and I'll be like, what the fuck is that?
He's just lurking, man. Like he can just. It is interesting. He's like, I can never know. He's just always watching us, always looking. He's just it's. You can't. He's just looking at us through the camera like it's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my God. No, we should have this thing where it's like it goes to one camera, but some of the cameras are facing away, and then whenever we're talking, he has to look at us.
Facing away.
Okay, I think this is probably going to be hard for me to explain, so I'll just cut it out. I'm not good at explaining ideas that I have.
But I'm glad you tried.
Well, you know how like sometimes we'll be in in the garage like writing music, and I'll say some shit, and both you and Grayson will look at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I get it when I don't.
No, well, yeah, but it's like I tend to have a really, really hard time describing my ideas.
Oh, you know what's the best?
What?
When I try to mouth out a drum part.
Oh my God, dude, that shit is fucking horrible.
It makes perfect sense in my mind. Like to me, I hear everything.
That's exactly what it's like for
and
me.
then I'm like, well, this part is great. The guitar, I need a drum part like. And to me, it makes total sense.
Oh yeah, it totally makes sense. It's like
But then
here,
what's so
here,
hard to
wait,
understand?
here, Will, play a little.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Just boom, ga, boom, ga, boom,
But then you gotta add that's like then I start adding like ghost notes or like a little bit of toms in there. But then you're like, no, that shit ain't right. And then I'm like, what do you want? You're like, just do. I can't follow it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's okay, dude. I mean, the songs that we do, oh, man, I'm just so excited to keep
It's
playing.
gonna be
more.
fun.
I've had a pretty good streak recently of just inspiration. When I get going, man.
Same with me.
Yeah, you're the same way.
Oh yeah.
But like this intro, like I'm happy because I think Grayson likes it. I think you like it. I think that's what we're gonna be working on next Tuesday.
Yes, and I really, really want to incorporate a thought out theory for it. Not like crazy fucking like jazz chords or any shit like that, but you know what I mean?
So I think for me the key is layers. Just layer it on. Like it's same thing with the without warning, the start to Tooth and Nail to Doctor.
Oh my god. Wait, Andrew, can you pull up Without Warning by Tooth and Nail?
Yes, because like for me it's like
Or by Dawkins, sorry. My bad.
yeah, because like me and Will we're in a band and you know we've been writing out like for me like for this album that we do.
Dokken.
For me like I really want to make it like a two thing like E flat to start, D flat, like Abbey Road. There's like an A and a B side, and like the B side's like a D flat medley, while the beginning is like there's two different kinds of themes to it. But I think the best albums are like this, where they start off with a real intro,
This fucking intro is
They-
awesome.
but it's layers. Every time we come
Yeah.
back with a new measure, we add a new layer. This is the secret, man.
It's
Then we
just
come back
it's just
around.
all about having that one chord progression that fucking keeps you sitting
It's
there.
so incredible, man.
It's so
They don't write
epic.
stuff like this anymore. And then come back again, what's new? Oh, yeah.
Oh god, dude, it's such a fucking good intro.
This is like, I told Grayson, man, don't condone drinking and driving, but if you're going to do it,
Do it to
song.
this.
It's like when I'm 13 Bud Lights deep and I feel the keys rattling in my pocket.
Oh my fucking god. I just love the guitar tone mixed with everything else. It's like not too bright, not too dark.
I think it's a little anticlimactic because it goes into Tooth and Nail, the song, which I think is just okay. I think Hellion is way better because it leads into
Electric Eye.
which is amazing.
Dude, I remember seeing that shit live. That was fucking awesome. I could not put anything above that for a live performance. The opening for that was awesome.
I get goosebumps when I listen to that, but I'm so excited to get like behind the scenes, and Andrew's gonna be in there with the album, and then we're gonna just layer it. We're gonna put bass in, rhythm
Yes.
guitar, lead guitar 1, lead guitar 2. It's gonna be so.
Dude, I am
So
so
excited.
fucking excited. Like, in the studio, it's so much different compared to like having to play live.
It's hard though.
It's hard, but there's a lot more outlets for creativity, which I fucking love. Because it's like you can really think ahead and really think outside of the box of people that you don't have to play certain
Right.
instruments. You could layer so much stuff on that, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, but lately I've just been on such a hot streak of inspiration for just writing. Sometimes I just get total block. I don't even want to pick up my guitar. I got nothing in mind. For me, I want
Yeah.
to get better at writing lyrics because I just never get inspired by that. That's why I'm really, especially with your songs, like write lyrics for me, man.
I will. It's just you have to tell me too deep, not deep enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the shit that I write is like, in the moment, I'll like feel a specific feeling, and then I'll start writing about it, and then later I'll look back on it. I'm like, what the.
That's pretty first draft.
Yeah, it's like I like the lyrics that have somewhat of a story to it,
Bro,
but
you got it.
yeah.
I think
What?
the secret with lyrics is make them as vague as possible.
Vague, really.
Yeah, so people can interpret it however they. I love it when people can interpret interpret it in a way that's like
subjective to their own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've had this conversation a couple times. That being like pop music, if you haven't lived the exact moment that the pop artist has had, you won't really grab the song. But some other albums where it's just more feelings, more human emotion, like if it's just being heartbroken in general, then everyone can kind of relate to that.
But I am hesitant with that because there's just some songs where the lyrics are so cookie cutter. Like I've heard this a million times, where it's like, this is so interchangeable. This means nothing to me. The song slaps, but it means nothing. But then like, bro, when Bruno Mars starts, what's that song called where he's just like, 'cause I should have bought you flowers. Like, listen, I'll say this 1,000 times. I've never been in a relationship like that, okay?
Yeah.
But him just going there and him saying, just starting out, he starts with the A minor on piano and he's like, same bed just feels just a little bit bigger now. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
no, yeah.
And he's like, and then it goes into the chorus and I should have bought you flowers. And I'm like, dang, bro. I should have bought her flowers. I should have loved you at every hour. Like,
yeah. And
I haven't even lived through. That's the most important thing. I haven't even lived through that, and I'm like, dang, bro, I feel that.
You know,
and he's not being vague. He's like, what? What were you gonna say?
You know, there's this one song that I simply cannot get through without crying. Do you have a song like that at all, or at least?
Yeah, I do.
Well, what is it?
I don't cry through it, but like I have to put an effort to not cry to them.
Oh, same with me.
That they're two, same band. In My Life.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
In My Life always gets the waterworks works a little bit, because it just plays that nostalgia, and Across the Universe.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Beatles?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. You know, that's an interesting one. But for me, or actually, I remember when I first
drive through a Burger King. And I can get a Papa Junior with onion rings.
Oh no!
Did I get it?
I think so. Yeah. But I remember when I first heard Across the Universe. I think I was I was playing baseball, and after the game, like me and my dad were driving home, and he started playing it in the car, and I was like, why is this so? Like what does John Lennon say? He says Jai Guru Deva, whatever the fuck that. Guru Deva. I was like wondering what the fuck that meant, and that got stuck in my head for a long while. And I learned that song, and I lived in that song for a long time. But
something so like comforting about him just repeating the mantra, nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna. Yeah. Like it brings you down to earth. There's something so magical about that song. And
yeah, I love that song.
In My Life, even like the first time I heard it, there's just something so nostalgic about that. It's like, just talks about like moving on, growing up, trying to live in the past, but it's just not the same.
Yeah,
I love that song so much. It's just. And now, like, I attached to, like, the first time I listened to it, so it just has even more meaning. Like, every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, man, here we go.
You know, the song that really fucks with me? It's Martha by Tom Waits. Have you ever heard that song?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my God. That's like a get blackout drunk and cry your life away song. It's so fucking... I can't get through it. Like I remember I was on like a music listening binge at Gianna's house, because sometimes I'll just be like, hey, can we watch live performances? And she's like, yeah. She shows me The Cure, fucking Falco, whatever, and then I'll play some other stuff, and then I'll think, oh fuck, oh this song, and it's a great song. It's a really deep song, but I just can't get through it, because it's about it's about this guy that fell in love with this girl, but they had moved away from each other, or they dated before, and both of them have gotten married, and this guy is still like thinking about this girl, and it's been like 40 years since he's seen her, and the beginning lyrics are "Operator number, please. It's been so many years," and it's like, dude, what the fuck? And it's a mix between the album cover, the name of the album.
Isn't it crazy how
Yeah.
people listen to music without like listening to like albums? Like people just like
I don't get
people
that.
just listen to songs from an artist, or they'll just like they'll listen to like I will say there is a time and place where I'll go to an artist and just press shuffle. Like if I'm at the gym and there's no particular, for me it's like a big one. It's like I'm at the gym. I don't want to listen to an album because albums are loaded with ups and downs. There's gonna be ballads and whatever. I want to skip the ballads, just do the power stuff. So let's just go to Breaking Benjamin. Let's go Demon Mode. I know they got ballads and stuff. Let's just go to like the Spotify made playlist of like their hits, listen to all the bangers and go through it. Like I get that, but you know the way you're supposed to experience music is like the album. That's the way they release the songs. That's the story they wanted to tell. Like to me, people who don't love music as much as us, because like music is just one of like the pillars of my life that I love so much about that I need.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because it started when I started listening to albums, because that's what some people just don't do it.
I don't understand that, cause
I think you just it's like it's like the same, like you don't watch movies, you just watch clips from the movie on YouTube. Like you just watch scenes. That's literally the same.
But I also don't understand that either. Where it's like if it's a TV show and there's like a funny moment, okay, whatever, or like bloopers.
Sure.
I guess that's sort of the same thing. But with a movie, that's like, I don't know. If you're gonna see something for a movie, you have to watch.
A single's a single, and there's hits off an album, but every song is supposed to service the whole picture of the album. Of course you're gonna take the hit off that, listen to it on its own, but it honestly has a whole different meaning when it's like track 4 of the album and you have the context of what came before it and what comes out after it. Like this song is great, but on the album it's even greater because it comes after this other song and it changes the whole mood. It's a pace break. It brings you back in. Like that's like a whole other element, and when you combine it with a bunch of other hits on an album, it's I don't know. For me, that's like a little side tangent. It's just like
Yeah.
you gotta listen to the songs on their own if it's a good song, but like you just gotta listen to the full thing. See because again, that's the way the artist intended for you to listen to it. Maybe not so much nowadays.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the big folk, it's
all about push the album, push out all these songs, make
Not
sure that it's
necessarily.
marketable.
Nowadays, it's just like you can get away with a single,
Well, yeah, but
just because of attention spans.
yeah, I hate that like the attention
okay.
span is just going down. So I feel like now like people are starting to branch out to music that used to be popular, like fucking
Smash Mouth.
yes, Smash Mouth.
That's not bad.
I love looking at that CD in my CD collection every time that I get up. It's in my fucking CD collection. It's like the one right in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, my dad gave me his fucking CD collection. He had Limp Bizkit. He had like
Which one?
It wasn't wait, fuck, what's the oh fuck. I forget what the album cover looked like. It's not what's the most popular one? I forget what it is.
Significant Other.
I don't think it's significant.
Chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water.
I think it might be that one.
Can I have it?
No,
Why?
because
That's like the one I needed for my collection.
no, because I have it. Oh, it's oh no, $3 bill, y'all.
Oh, I have that one.
No, yeah, I have $3 bill, y'all.
That one. That's their first album. It's interesting. It's spoiler warning. If you guys don't like Limp Bizkit, I'm a pretty big Limp Bizkit fan. Their second and third album are bangers. Their first one's pretty raw, but honestly, like, there's a charm to that first one. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody's got a body like me.
No, yeah, like I don't know. Limp Bizkit has
You like
never really hit
The George Michael cover that they did.
What? They did a George Michael cover?
Yeah, the original song "Faith" by George Michael. But you gotta have faith. Ooh, you gotta have faith.
Fuck! I didn't know they
that's-
covered
yeah,
that.
Yeah, that's like the big single from the album.
Oh
was
shit!
like the original was like it's it's George Michael, so it's all nice and like hip hoppy. It's like
Yeah.
him back in like the Wham days. Ooh, you
Dude,
gotta
I
have faith.
love Wham. I fucking
And then
love
he was
Wham.
like, "You gotta have faith." Oh, I gotta have faith. And then it breaks down. Break it down. It's awesome. But that's what shot them. That was like their big break.
No,
Because
yeah.
people never heard that kind of stuff before. Well, they did, but it was like
It wasn't Limp Bizkit's style.
there was something so novel. No, that's what it was. There was something so novel about taking a George Michael cover and just going crazy like that. It's a good album. I like Stuck. Stuck's a good one.
Mm. I haven't really listened to much of Limp Bizkit. I can't say I'm a huge fan of them, just because like.
They're fun live.
Oh, I can imagine how awesome the live shows are. Yeah.
Awesome. It was so awesome.
Dude,
Me-
I can't imagine the fucking mosh pits or
Me
just
and-
people. Oh man.
Me and Gray, we made sure we got there early.
Yeah.
We were like, there's different entrances, but like we were like fifth in line at the arena. We were waiting there. We got in. I was so stoked because that whole day I made a big neon green sign saying "Let me on stage," and I wanted to get to the front, and I was like showing the sign, but the security guard made me put it away.
Oh fuck.
But I really thought it would work. I was like, I'm gonna get on stage. I'm gonna sing a song. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude, you know, when I saw Blue Oyster Cult live with Rozzy and Gianna,
Mm-hmm.
we went up to the front. We were standing there, and what's his name? Richie Castellano, whatever his fucking name is.
Right.
He threw his pick at me. It hit my hand, and it fell over the barrier.
Just the security guard gave it to me.
This motherfucker picked it up, looked at me, gave me the open season stare, and then gave it to some fucking old ass lady. It was so stupid. Dude, it pissed me off so much, and oh my god.
I'm sorry.
And the people behind me were like, this fucking
Yeah.
guy, and oh man.
That's the one thing I'll say is I was bummed because we were front row at Limp Bizkit. It was so cool. It was such an experience. I just wish there was an insane circle mosh pit, especially with the opening bands, because the opening bands went hard in the paint, and they were just going gnarly in the mosh pit, and I was like, I want to go back there and just, I'll never experience a mosh pit like this again.
Yeah.
And like, dude, there was people crowd surfing, just insane speed. I was getting kicked in the back of the head, and I was like at the front, so I was pushing them down into like the little moat. I was pushing them down into the moat. Constantly, people just coming over me, crowd surfing, and they would be thrown out, and they'd have to make their way back into general admission.
Oh man.
But I knew like if I go back there and start moshing, I'm not gonna be able to make my way out to the front. And
That's
at
true.
that point, my goal is like show them the sign, get on stage, sing a song, be, because I'm crazy, man.
No,
I thought that would work, but it was all worth it because at the end of the show, Wes Borland, he got his pick and I caught it.
Oh,
And I
that's
still
so
have
fucking
it.
cool.
I have it. He plays with a triangle pick, so it's like an
Oh,
equal triangle.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
really big, super heavy.
That's cool.
On one side, it's like a weird like satanic like figure with like titties, and on the other side, it's
Nice.
just a chick with like sucking on a dildo that says his name. It says Borland on it.
That's
They're
so
great.
fucking
they're,
cool.
They're great live, super loud, super.
Energetic.
Dude, I'll say this: the guys in Limp Bizkit are really great musicians.
Mhm.
Drummer, very talented, John Otto. The bassist, Rivers, that's his last name. Sam, I think his name's Sam Rivers. Great bassist. I mean, super creative bass lines. I mean, have you heard Nookie just like?
Oh yeah.
Like, who comes up with that? And then, Wes Borland, one of the most creative, eclectic guitar players I've ever heard. Nobody writes riffs like this guy.
Oh
In
yeah.
a genre like nu metal, where too many of the songs are just boiled down to tuning down to drop D flat and just going half step, wow, 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 wow. Obviously, that thing I just hummed, that measure, Korn does it, Rage does it. Limp Bizkit does it. I don't care who started it. Saliva does it. Saliva is just one of those copy paste bands. They just tune the drop D flat, play the same 3 notes in a genre that's so copy and paste. Limp Bizkit sticks out because Westbourne, especially with this whammy bar, they do the Hot Dog is that same progression, but he goes wow 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 wow. It's like
there's a lot
awesome.
There's a lot of experimentation with their music, which I think is really cool. From what I've heard,
I'm convinced that they would be, they're clowned on. The whole genre is clowned on because of the subject matter, and just you can't really take nu metal seriously. I think they'd be looked at way more just objectively, just in a better light if it wasn't for Fred Durst going out there making an idiot out of himself. I mean, I love it. I mean, I think to me that's why they struck such the musicianship on one side and then the crazy antics from Fred Durst combined to make them such a huge figure, especially at the time. Yeah. So I think they needed that. But if they got a guy that was way more just a straight man, that was a better musician and less of a character, let's say what's the guy from Tool?
Maynard.
Maynard. So if they got Maynard and he was in charge of Limp Bizkit, I think they'd be really just not as big at all, way more talented because they have a better singer who's not going out there going in a fucked up world, in a fucked up place with a fucked up ground with a baseball bat. And just actually singing actual lyrics. They would be not as big, but critically, and they would have such a cult following. I think they would be seen musically just way more respected, but they wouldn't be as big.
Dude, speaking of Maynard, did you know that he was I may have said this to you before, he was a track star, and that's why he has such a powerful voice.
Yeah.
Dude,
singing helps your voice.
God.
All right, running helps your voice a lot.
Cardio, yeah.
Helps your voice a lot. Simple stuff, just kick. If you're interested in singing, kick the cigs. I don't care what all those grunge guys are doing. They're all dead from overdoses. Kick the cigs and just work on cardio. You'll sing way better. I notice it in my voice, but stuff simple like that. You can just really drag notes out. Maynard is just such a powerful singer.
Oh my god.
So good.
Dude, they put on such a fantastic show. Mm-hmm. It's so cool. When I went there, it was jaw-dropping. The fucking stage setup was crazy. And surprisingly they had
You saw Tool?
Yeah, I saw Tool
January last year?
Yeah. Dude, that show was fucking incredible.
That's crazy. We weren't even friends back then.
No, yeah, I don't think we knew each other.
We became friends the following month when I started working. With
you.
You.
Wait, you started working, what was it?
February of last year.
Yeah.
So I've been there for just a little over a year. Hopefully not for too much longer. But yeah. So
dude,
it's crazy to think about.
Dude, fucking Tool. I remember seeing Maynard was making fun of the audience because he was I was I don't want none of you motherfuckers recording this shit, okay? And then it's yeah, turn that fucking light off. What are you, fucking dumb? And all these people are flashing their lights, and they were gonna leave because people kept flashing their lights.
Okay.
But then he was you really want us to fucking leave? And then people are shut the fucking light off, sir! And they shut the lights off, and then they let us record something. But they had confetti falling from the top of the venue. They had 8 projectors. It was, oh my god, it was incredible. It was psychedelic. It was
that's
awesome.
Viejos. I went and saw Pearl Jam. I went to that show by myself.
How was that? That show?
It was good. I haven't been to a lot of big name shows. It was, honestly, I can't say it was great, of course, but I think Limp Bizkit was better because they had better openers, and Limp Bizkit was just crazy. It was just way more of an experience. And I'm a little bit biased because I was in front row general admission. Pro Jam was just in the back. I was just kind of chilling. I was also by myself. Just I'm all for taking yourself out on dates and stuff.
Yeah.
I go to the movies by myself.
I mean, that's not...
But concerts, a little bit you should probably go with a friend. Unless you really want to go. For me, it was my birthday, and I really wanted to see them.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
I went to System of a Down and Corn by myself. Probably the best show.
Did you actually?
GA, yeah. You can just do whatever you want in the mosh pit.
GA is cool because you'll meet people there, and you'll just mosh around.
You meet
Yeah.
everybody there. Yeah, at the very end, you're like every single buddy's face is like all familiar.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, like when we went to Limp Bizkit, we met these like kids, just weirdo guys, and they're just weird like high schoolers. And there was one guy with like a broken arm, and
Damn.
yeah, he was crazy. Like I was like, I remember there was one guy who was like kind of behind us, sort of, and he during one of the opening acts, he like passed out. He was like, because you're suffocating, you're just packed in there like sardines.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember this one guy. I felt violated, bro. Like he was like really just like up in my biz. Like he was like no, but like really, he was just like grabbing on the rail. I'm like, yo, dude. It's like you need to step back,
Yeah.
dude. It was so many like. Honestly, like, hey, I can say I like Limp Bizkit. It's not a guilty pleasure for me. It's just a pleasure. I like them. Some people just take it way too far, man. If you're getting Limp Bizkit tattoos, showing up to the show with a backwards red cap, and you're like 35, come on, bro. I'm sorry, man, but that's just like,
That's
I'm
funny.
judging you. Unfortunately, I'm judging you. You do you. And I say this all the time, man. Like, people are judging you, giving you the stink eye, whatever. That will infinitely say more about the person judging you than you. But I don't care, man. Like, come on, man. You just gotta ease up on the biscuit, man.
Yeah.
Ease up on the biscuit.
Dude, I'm really excited for, I think it's May or April. I don't know. I'm going to Las Vegas to see Korn, System of a Down.
Sick New World.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, Sick New World.
Mr. Bungle.
Yeah, I'm going to see Mr. Bungle, which will be fun.
Mr. Bungles.
And I'm excited for Sisters of Mercy, even though they say that Andrew Eldridge is like a terrible singer now.
Cold Chamber is playing. They're so terrible.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you want to talk about new metal bands that are just copy and paste, just garbage? Saliva. What I could say about Saliva is they're boring. And
Yeah.
they're cookie cutter, but I don't. They are, they're bad too. But Cold Chamber, like I sent, astonished, man. Like they're just classic. Just like people will point to Limp Bizkit and like say their name the same way. No, Limp Bizkit's actually good. Okay, listen to some real new metal garbage. Okay, like Cold Chamber. Go right now. Go home and listen to Big Truck
By Cold Chamber?
by Cold Chamber, and that is just bottom of the barrel new metal.
Oof.
Even songs that are clowned on, like Dig by Mudvayne, I understand why that it was like, such an appeal. Like obviously the music video is horrible. Like it's so horrible. It's funny, but like Big Truck by Cold Chamber is just the whole chord. The progression is just bum 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 bum. Big truck bum 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 bum. Big truck. Big truck.
Oh,
That's the
God.
That's the whole thing.
That's so bad.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Really?
No, come on, man. Like,
I'm sure.
there's not songs like that anymore, man.
Well, I don't like songs like that where it's just like
Yes, but
this
it's like-
same
it's
riff.
just like, isn't it so great to think about? Like that was like, you could, they're not obviously they're not like they were never huge, but like even back then, you could go out there, be on the radio, make a song that terrible. You can't do that anymore, man. I miss those days. Like,
I mean, I guess,
back in
yeah.
the day, you could just really just be trash. I mean, now the equivalent is like terrible SoundCloud rappers that can blow up, especially on like a TikTok sound. Like that's like, that's your SoundCloud rapper. Just make like a terrible remix, terrible lyrics, and just hope you blow up as like a meme. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the equivalent, I guess. But like back then, you could really legit just release a song called Big Truck and have it on the radio and make it a hit.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there is some kind of magic that isn't there
It's
now.
truly magical. Just but nowadays I think you can make the argument like you can make the music, release the music all by yourself. No record label, no funny biz. Think about it. You, me, and Andrew got all the skills, the musical talent, the recording talent to make an album and release it. Whether people listen to it or not is one thing, but we can send it out there. And that's what we're going to do, and that's really cool. And you couldn't do that back in the day. Back in the day, the best you could do is release shitty mixtapes that you recorded on your own off a shitty fucking cassette tape recorder and hand them out on Main Street of whatever town you're in. That's the best you could do back then.
Oh,
I just hope, you make the connections with like a label or something to get picked up and do it. You don't have to do any of that now. I just sign up for DistroKid, release songs, make it better quality than the stuff that was back then, especially if you know a guy like my man Andrew here who knows how to do it.
Yeah.
And then just release it, and there's no hurdles. You can do it on anything and push it. Like, it's so easy to promote and make huge. There's no excuse anymore, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand why like bands in the San Diego scene really like some bands, like I don't understand how they get popular and how they, like, for example, what's the Doll Riot? You know Doll Riot?
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen them live, but
I don't know.
I haven't seen them live. I don't really have an opinion, but
I don't know. That's just me.
They're
like
a punk band, right?
Yeah, they're like punk, and I mean they're not bad. I can't say that they're a bad band. They're just not my style.
You're just bad mouthing bands.
Yeah, it's just
on the show.
Fuck you, Doll Riot. No, but like Doll Riot, I don't have a problem with them. It's just that like, it's just not like, it's very cookie cutter music to me.
I don't have an opinion. I don't think there's any. I'm gonna hesitate on that. But I really can't think of any bands, especially now big bands, that I can say, like, they don't deserve their popularity. For me, I know, like, I'm not what's big is the punk scene.
Yeah.
That's a big scene, and I'm not a punk guy. Me personally.
I'm not a punk guy. I used to be.
I just think the genre, it just doesn't appeal to me.
It's to me, it's like it's too childish almost.
Well, to me, it's like you had to grow up in it or you don't. And I just know I didn't grow up on it. You know why? Because I can play one of the, all my punk friends listen to Blink. I put Blink on, and I'm like, wow, this is really next level terrible. Unfortunately. For me, it's like I can sit and be like, punk is so easy. It's just the same old tropes. I get tired of it. But you and me are metalheads, and we have equally played out cliche tropes in metal that I know some of those punk guys would be like, wow, really? They're doing a verse chorus solo conclusion structure. What a surprise. Oh, wow. They're going to be doing an intro lick into the main thing and then do a solo around the same E-flat progression. Wow, how riveting. And for me, it's like, I'll never get tired of that. I'll never get tired of that tried and true stuff, because I like it. But then meanwhile, they have the same feeling towards their dumb tropes, like Travis Barker drum beats of
or fucking
and they're Billy Joe Armstrong just like
like that kind of shit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I like that kind of pop punk stuff.
I don't mind it. It's okay.
The real punk stuff is just terrible to me. I can't. It's like ear poison.
I like
real punk, like just like where the singer is just next level trash, like Suicidal Tendencies. Like, I just can't. I just really can't. And I know that's my bias. No hate to anybody. I think it's really important when you especially like when you bring up bands. It's like, it's like a personal thing, because I think a lot of people are just like really into the punk scene. They just jam out to that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people go to live shows and then they see the punk scene and they're like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome, because they've listened to punk music but they've never been to a live show.
Look at us, metal elitists talking down on other genres.
Okay, I don't want it to seem like that.
We're just snobs, just like
it's like
us right here.
People. No, but like I could totally see how it's appealing to go to a live punk show.
We're such snobs.
Oh yeah, no, like there's no doubt about that. But like going to a live punk show, it's like you can have fun there. You can fucking run around in a circle, be stupid, running into people, push people over. Like that's what's fun about it, is that people go to that and they're like, oh my god, that was so much fun. I gotta go do that again.
Yeah.
But then like a band like Erratic Impulse comes in, or Kelp Beds.
Kelp Beds. Yeah, we played with those guys for a lot of shows back in the day.
Kelp Beds are like they're pretty interesting. I used to not like them, but now.
You're saying you're playing with Buddha next Friday?
Yes.
I'll come see you guys because I don't work Fridays anymore.
It's at a bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're able to get in them?
Yeah, because I have to leave right away, like afterwards though.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But the guy who reached out to them apparently is super super cool. He's a big fan of Squeaky Buddha,
Mm-hmm.
and they.
It's really cool, man.
I'm so happy that Wes and Jesse like playing with me because
Dude, you guys should totally have Wes and Jesse come on the show. That'd be awesome.
oh my god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Those guys are so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen those guys in a while. I mean, we played with Buddha back in the day. We played with them at a brewery. That was a while ago, though.
Oh, well, which brewery was it? Do you
I don't
remember?
remember, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love brewery shows. Those ones are fun.
I like house shows. Those are always the best.
Oh yeah, house shows are always fun.
I want to play a show again, man.
Dude, fuck, I've been wanting to play a show for the longest time.
Yeah.
Cause like when I heard about me playing with Buddha, like when they sent me a text and they're like, "Hey, we got some pretty big money if you want to play." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I was having a shit day at work, and then all of a sudden I was like wide-eyed, and I was up until 5 in the morning, and I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta learn all these songs."
Yeah, you get Wes and Jesse out here. I'd love to have them on the show.
Fuck yeah,
Miss
man.
those guys. Hey, Andrew, I gotta ask. Has audio been recording? Is everything good?
Please.
Everything is good.
No flickering, no nothing. I'm excited.
There's
man.
like a flick, but yeah, it's gone.
There was a flick.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Send
not
it back.
bad. Yeah.
Take this.
Fucking good.
It takes
Okay.
47. No.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, but there really isn't like it's there. There is every type of genre in the scene here in San Diego. You know,
Besides
there's
jazz.
yes, there is, just not with our age group.
Oh, I get.
Jazz
Oh,
band
I
is
see
not
what you
showing
mean.
up to a house party, bro.
Right.
You find jazz like
At actual
schools or
venues.
whatever.
For me, like we. It's really hard for me to be like, oh, there's not this type and this type, because we were playing with a lot of punk and metal bands, and I thought that was the only scene. I just realized that's the only scene I know of, because it's the only scene I was playing with. But I didn't even know that there was like an emo scene, and there's like there's
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff going on. I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, there's all these little subdivisions of genres.
But
It's
man,
awesome.
I'll tell you, man. You are not a metalhead or a metal band guy unless you are a total snob elitist and you just look down on everybody else. They don't even do guitar solos.
Oh my god.
That's me, man. I'm that guy. I'm just like I remember. I'm self-aware of it, but like I remember back when like I first got in the music scene like 2, maybe 3 years ago. Like I would just be like, I would go to shows and be like, I can do that.
I do that so much.
I was insufferable. I mean, now I just like I catch myself doing that so fast. I'm like, wow, I'm being such a just because I know like people watch us, and then I look back and I'm like, wow, we're terrible, especially like with what we were doing back when we were playing. Like, man, I was just like, we thought we were so good.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, man, we had heart. We would go out
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and I would want to just push the limit and just do stuff that nobody else was doing.
It was fun going to the shows, man. I loved going to the shows. Remember that one show down in Lemon Grove? Or was it Lemon Grove or was it? It was down at some.
The one in the room.
Yeah.
The motel room.
Dude, that show was
we kinda
awesome.
killed it.
That show is awesome. I loved going to
When
that
we
show.
had Reese on bass.
Yeah. Wait, no. Was Reese on bass?
Yeah, was that the one where I was wearing the yellow Hawaiian shirt?
Yellow Hawaiian
It was in a motel room. It was up the stairs.
Reese was playing that? I thought Soren was there. Oh no, Soren wasn't there.
It was Reese.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man, those are fun times.
That room was so
Because
sweaty. Oh my god.
It was so sweaty.
Dude, there was
that was
like
a good show.
condensation
That
on
was
the
a good
wall.
show. That was a good show. That was a fun one. There was, because I remember the brewery that I brought up that we played with Buddha. That was a terrible show. No one was vibing with us in particular. But I remember
Wait, which show was this?
this was the one. It was at a brewery up in Vista.
Oh.
Buddha headline, and they were great. But who killed it was what are they called again?
What?
What are they called?
Dead Rosetta?
No. It was the metal band. The
Erratic Impulse?
No, Rubbing Alcoholics.
Really?
They killed it.
Yeah?
Yeah, they just went crazy. I mean, like, they really did nail that show. Like, people were like, you know.
Bro, they were playing like Slipknot covers.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It was wild. It was like too much. But like, I remember, like our bread and butter was like those house shows we did at, in the Kaylee's place. Like we just nailed those shows. I remember like both times we did it. Those are always my favorite. And then, but that show in the motel room, that was
fun.
Yeah, there was like some magic in there. Like when it's cool because like you need to play like a bad show where no one's vibing and it's awkward to like appreciate the ones where you did something right in the first song where you captured the audience, and then once you have them hooked, you got them. But it sucks when you don't get the hook on, and then it just gets harder as the show goes on. Like there was the second time we played the Shay, it was just not good.
Was that the time that I was there, or like when I first saw you, or was that this?
That was the first time we played the Shay. It was awesome.
Dude, I loved
that. Was great because we had Lucid Dream there, and the Rickety Cliffs. Those are like those are my best friends.
Yeah, that whole show.
That was
awesome.
Such a vibe because everyone did such a great job. But then the second time we went to the Shay, Reese was also playing bass with us. But it was.
Oh, was this the? Yeah. That's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm not gonna elaborate, but yeah.
No, yeah, we know.
Yeah. But geez, man, how are we looking on time? How long have we been sitting here chatting around?
We're about like 48 minutes or so.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up.
Pretty good.
Wrap it up at 3, but
yeah.
Geez, man. I mean, Grayson has a lot of stories about like when we used to play, because I remember that first show we did. There was something so magical about that show. We just wanted to prove that we were different, and we went the extreme. Like Grayson had like a 10-minute. You weren't there.
No,
like
the guitar solo.
10-minute guitar solo. It's just like shit. Looking back, it's like we were so goofy for that. But there's something so charming about like we were just high schoolers. Grayson did like a 10-minute guitar solo. I was like breathing fire, throwing shirts into the crowd, like pit of death. I was like climbing a ladder. Like
I mean that shit's cool. The breathing fire, yes, but the 10-minute guitar solo, no. That's a big no. Like when you look at it now, it's
our
like
mindset was like, there's no real shredders out there. Grayson, you're the only shredder. You're the only guy who knows how to shred.
No!
You gotta prove it to the world. And he went out there and he was just like.
Wait, didn't he play Eruption or something?
He did everything.
Oh man,
it was a great solo. I mean, it was. There's no need.
Well, yeah,
there's no need.
Unless you're Van Halen or Eric Johnson or.
I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
I learned playing shows and recording music that the more fat you can trim off of a set list, the better.
Oh yeah.
It's way better. And if you're in a band, you're starting out, this is a great piece of advice. If you want to play shows, it is better to leave early and have people wanting more than to overstay your welcome and have people wanting you to wrap things up. It is infinitely better. If that means you go up there and you play 5 songs and people felt like you should have been on there longer, it's better than playing 6 and having people kind of
being like,
begrudgingly
when's the next
sit through that.
band?
Yeah. You need to just keep the pace going, and that's trimming fat. That's if you're stopping after every song and talking and explaining and thanking everyone for being there, people don't care. It's cool once. That's why I think the best bands, when they just jam and have everything play through each song, and they just like they come and go like nothing. That's what you got to do. I mean, there was so much fluff to that show. I mean, there was like pause after every single one. Each song was dragged out. Each song had an intro and an outro. It was you need to trim all the fat off.
Yeah.
No talking. Just get to it. Get in. Get out. That's what you got to do. And when we start playing shows again, that's what we're gonna do.
And to add on to that, I noticed that whole idea working when I used to be in Purity Pearls, when that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like we barely had any songs written, and we were like writing new songs. I think we probably wrote like one song, like collectively, and then all of that went crashing down because of David. But we don't talk about that. But I remember we would play when I wasn't in the band, they would play at the Shade. They'd play 4 songs, and people would think it'd be great. Because I mean, the songs are okay. I like the style. I like the tone. I like this. I like that. And then when we played a house show like during October of last year, everyone loved us. Everyone thought it was great. And Riley said, "Hey, we only have 4 songs," and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And afterwards, people are like, "Oh, are you guys gonna be writing more music? I really want to come see you." And they started like sharing Instagrams and shit like that.
You can just see it. Look, and that's the thing is like when you play shows, you know, like whether you do good or bad, people are gonna come up to you after and just say like that was great, that was great. That's
yeah.
not a good way to determine whether you did a good job or not. People are always going to put on a fake smile and say like you did a good job.
Oh well,
What
yeah, that
you
happens.
you will know, you know, you will know you did a good job. Just like it is just like that feeling in like the room where like people are like actually amped. You know, it's hard to tell sometimes. It's hard to tell whether you did good or if people are just trying to be polite.
Well,
No one will flat out tell you did a bad show.
Well, I mean, the thing is that I saw our crowds growing every time that we played.
Mhm.
Like every time there was more people, and we would play the same amount of songs, the same songs, and there'd be more people coming every time, waiting for us to write something new, and then that never happened.
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm kind of glad that band is done, because that whole friend group is so fucking toxic. It's ridiculous.
Just blasting everyone, man. Just getting on here.
Because fuck those people,
I just
dude.
bring Will on. He just starts like name dropping, blasting everybody. This is awesome.
Well, because, dude, that whole
you know.
that whole thing, I don't know.
I'm sorry about that, man.
It's
There's
not.
gonna be a time where we crash and burn. You're gonna be like, fuck that Andre guy, piece of shit,
Nah.
tyrant. You don't think so?
That'll be when you
You don't think
overdose on PCP and then Chase Burger takes open. I'll just start ripping on
Is
you.
that what's gonna happen?
That's what you said was gonna
the
happen.
model? Well, the model that I proposed was, if we go with the band, Zoo Dogs, which I'm still like yes 1,000% for. First album, okay, Zoo Dogs releases their first album, Dog Zoo.
Yeah.
Dog Zoo by Zoo Dogs. Then album 2
Dog.
is Dog 2
with 2 O's.
2 O's.
Yeah.
Dog 2. Album 3, Pups to Dogs with a big 2. And then album 4,
Barking up the wrong tree.
dude, I think it'd be so funny. Just have it, whatever. Let's get it. We're called Zoo Dogs, and then every song is just like a dog pun, like off the leash, barking up the wrong tree, or just like just like chew on this. Come on, let's do it. What do you think about that, Andrew?
Andrew, please.
Do you have an opinion on that?
On Zoo Dog?
Yeah, but like the whole idea of just everything is dog related, because you see bands like that, like Kelpheads, where they just like they go out and they're just like they're all like marine life. They're all like like the catchphrase is like music below the sea, and they got like all like the artwork about like fish and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're just dog puns. Come on, let's do
That'd
it.
be awesome. I
And
feel
then-
like it'd be interesting if we could change our persona every time we write an album. Where it's like we have Zoo Dogs,
And then
and it's like you know how David Bowie has like Ziggy Stardust and
Stardust.
all that type of shit.
Uh-huh.
I really find that shit really really cool.
I think it'd be great, like if there's like the main band, and then we start a second band, and it's like we're pretending to be like a different band, but it's literally just us, but like we go
That's what I'm
by a
saying.
different persona.
No, that's
who
what I
does
mean.
that? Who does that? Like
Nowadays, I have no idea.
that kind of reminds me of when Mr. Bungle got pissed off because they had beef with the Red Hot Chili Peppers forever.
Really?
Yeah, that's a real beef. What happened was they were on the same label. It started out like it was I will always take Mike Patton and Faith No More's side of it, because I'm just like a huge. I mean, Mike Patton is like my idol. He was like Anthony Kiedis was pissed off at Mike Patton because he was stealing his dance moves when they did the music video for Epic with Faith No More. Anthony Kiedis was like, "Yo, dude, those are my dance moves," and then he got mad, and they would kind of just like be passive aggressive with each other, but not really
Yeah.
any beef. But then Mike Patton's side project band, even though it was his first band that he was originally with, Mr. Bungle, who was signed to the same label as Red Hot Chili Peppers, they got pushback because they had, I think their album was called California. But this was the same time that Red Hot Chili Peppers were releasing their album, Californication. So the main guy at the label was like, "Yo, push your Mr. Bungle, push your album back, so we can make room for Californication, so people don't get confused, and we can maximize sales." Which makes sense. And then Mr. Bungle got upset about that, and there was some beef there. And then the real beef was like there was like a big festival, and Anthony Kiedis told the label to kick Mr. Bungle off of the bill of the festival, to kick them off. And of course, the Red Hot Chili Peppers like the biggest name on the label, so they're like, of course, yeah. And then Mike Patton got upset, so him and Mr. Bungle dressed up like the members of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they dressed up, and they just started playing the songs, and they were just like a whole big meme. You can pull it up on YouTube; it's super funny. And then
That's funny.
And then it's like him on stage dressed up as Anthony Kiedis, and he's like, "I'm Anthony Kiedis. I'm a junkie." He's just like, I know. Like Andrew's just like rolling his eyes right now because he's one of the biggest RHCP fanboys. Yeah, there it is. It's awesome, man. I mean,
Oh my god.
I love this stuff. Put it up. I want to watch this video. And they did it in Anthony Kiedis' home state of Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did he live? Do you know?
I don't know. But like they got the news that they got kicked off of the tour, so then they just went and did this. Great quality, as you can see. Oh my! He's got the wig. Is this one Anthony Kiedis was blonde? Man. What do you think of this, Andrew?
Oh my god, dude.
Quality's also pretty good too.
And like you can just see he's like clowning, but he can sing the song perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Mike Patton can sing anything.
The fuck is the dude in the back holding up? What does that say?
I don't know.
That's a big first.
It's like See, like, not enough you can do this anymore, man. Just being this petty.
It's so funny.
I love this song. I don't care. This song is awesome.
Oh my god, the backwards hat for Chet Smith. Perfect.
They went all out.
Dude, oh my god, that's awesome. What the fuck is he doing? The audio quality is so bad.
Andrew, is your microphone working?
Yeah, I just keep on turning it down.
Oh, okay.
He's like injecting himself. They did not care, bro.
Oh my
He's
god.
just at this flea.
Was Flea on heroin?
Oh, they all were. I mean,
Oh,
mostly
yeah.
Anthony Kiedis. And then
He's snorting
Okay.
stuff up the keyboard. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can pause it. I think you get the picture, and then they just do a normal Mr. Bungle set after that.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
See, that's why I love these guys, man.
Now I'm really excited to see them live. Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, they're all old now.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's I think it's cool because that's like a high school band.
Really?
They were like a band. Yeah, they formed in high school, like Mike Patton and those
Wow.
guys. And then Mike Patton would later join Faith No More later, 'cause, like, such a great singer, man. They just like,
Oh, yeah.
we want this guy. And then the first Faith No More album, he does like the people say someone said it and I can never unhear it.
Mm.
I knew he had the nasally voice. Like if you hear the real thing, that's the first album Faith No More did with Mike Patton. He just goes so nasally. That was his style, where he's like, "Hold dear to my mind," and it's
Yeah.
like it's just the SpongeBob voice. I could never unhear it. It's the SpongeBob voice. But like, I use the nasal as support. So like when we go through those D flat songs, and I go, "Away, I really go crazy in the nasal. I don't like the way it sounds, and I listen back to it, but I think I sound great in the moment. But like I just rip off him. But then like he drops the nasal like in the second album. And he's just I could talk about Mike Patton for days, man.
Yeah.
For days. He's such an incredible singer, man. I wish I could just have his voice.
You know what vocalist I absolutely hate?
Let me guess.
It's very specific.
Is it really specific?
Very specific.
Robert Plant.
No? Well, I mean, no. It's not
Okay. It's. Do you like the band, or is it a band you don't like? I do want to guess this.
that. It's just the vocalist. He fucks it all up.
You told me. Oh, it's.
Yeah.
You told me this. Oh, is it Billy Corgan?
What? Who
Yeah.
does he sing for?
Smashing Pumpkins.
No.
Is it? Oh, is it Chris Cornell?
Who does he sing for?
Soundgarden.
No.
For me, that Chris Cornell's mine.
Chris Cornell's like okay.
Is it Eddie Vedder?
No.
No?
I don't mind Eddie Vedder. It's just, look, I respect Eddie Vedder because he has a shitty voice, but he can use it.
He doesn't have a shitty voice.
He goes, well, here. I don't like, okay, when you hear
He has a very distinguished voice.
I don't like his voice, but
So you
no,
don't
okay,
like his
no.
voice.
Okay, I shouldn't say I don't like his voice. I like the way he uses his voice, but if I heard it in any other context, I would hate it.
Look, for me, Eddie Vedder, it's very you love it or you hate it. For me, I love it. But if you told me
I
you
love
hate
Eddie
it,
Vedder.
if you told me you hated it, dude, I got nothing to argue because it's just so.
It's distinct.
Yeah, it's just, he's not trying to sound like anybody else.
Well, yeah, because Eddie's like, okay, like I said, if you listen to Pearl Jam, whatever, yeah, he's singing, he sounds awesome. I love Eddie Vedder in that setting. But when you hear fucking "Longing to Belong,"
Is that like a side project or something?
yeah, he wrote it. It was the first song I ever learned on a string instrument. My dad showed me how to play it, and I learned how to sing it. My dad's like, "Wow, you sing much better than Eddie Vedder." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He wrote the song, and I'm like, and then I listened to it. I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this guy's voice."
Is the guy you're thinking of? Is it Axl Rose?
No, but it's
Steve Tyler.
Steven Tyler. No, I love Steven Tyler.
Okay, is it
You're getting closer. It's not
the
Steven
accent?
Tyler. Back up to Axl Rose and branch out a little bit.
Oh, is it Vince Neil?
No.
It's not?
Well, now I think he fucking sucks, dude. Vince Neil, dude. Big Mac 103. Fucking no.
I love it.
No, but dude, he's so humongous now. It's so bad. Like, on stage, it's like he's just like this bulbous
Behemoth.
fucking. Oh my god, he is the meal. But anyways,
Vince Neil, shout out. I'm gonna
No.
guess this. Is it
branch out from Axl Rose. What band is he in?
he's in Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, and who else is in Guns N' Roses?
Slash.
Yeah.
And who did Slash play? Do you not like Scott Weiland?
Is that the guy who sings for Slash's band?
Well, Slash was in a few bands. So Velvet Revolver, Scott Weiland sang for Velvet Revolver.
Okay.
And then Slash went on after Velvet Revolver ended because Scott Weiland died. It was Miles Kennedy.
Oh, yeah, it's him.
What?
I fucking
You're shitting me, man.
dude, he
Miles
fucks.
Kennedy's like one of my favorite singers.
I
try to sound
fucking
like him.
hate that guy. Look, okay, the reason why is because Slash is awesome at
Alter
right.
Bridge.
Listen,
You don't
listen.
like Alter Bridge?
Okay, it's this one album. It's like Slash's solo album.
Which one?
It's okay, you know the song Shadow Life?
No.
It goes
Does it-
da 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 da. Oh wait, hey, Andrew, can you pull up Shadow Life by Slash?
Was it Slash in the Snake Pit?
What?
I'm trying to name.
No. It's
Miles Kennedy is. Oh, okay, yeah. Miles Kennedy, the Conspirators. Okay.
I just don't like the way he hit the vocals. Like this is an awesome intro. Like listen.
You don't like Anastasia?
Hold on. It's like it sounds okay, but
Miles
like
Kennedy's in my top 3 favorite vocalists easily.
I don't know. It's just like he could be way more fucking. It's just not. Like a shadow in the dark. Like you could be singing fucking. Like the song is awesome. I love it. I don't like his vowel shapes specifically.
I know you live
In a shadow life.
Yeah, he uses that. Like he cups the soft palate and he just like.
I hate that. I hate his. It's only his vowel shapes.
Pull up. I want you to, cause here, Andrew, can you pull up / Miles Kennedy Night Train Live? Because this is where you can compare Axl to Miles Kennedy, and I always listen to this version. Yeah, Miles Kennedy Night Train Live.
Okay, I've never heard this.
So I always prefer this version because I think Miles Kennedy just kills it. But I'm very curious to see what you think of this.
Which one is it?
The second one. Do the second one.
All right.
I always want to do this song live.
Oh, I want to do this song, yeah.
But before, what was stopping is I couldn't sing it. I could sing it now.
Dude, I want to. I might be seeing Guns N' Roses live in October.
Seeing them?
Yeah.
They suck live. Don't do it. And I would see this because Miles Kennedy can still sing. We can watch Axl Rose like nowadays sing like he did Rock in Rio last year. Oh my God, we gotta see that next.
I just don't like his vowel shapes. Oh no, yeah, I want to hear when it goes higher.
When he goes to.
Wait, that I smoked.
God, I love Miles Kennedy. His range.
Oh, his range. I can't deny his range, but it's just his vowel shapes.
Skip a little bit further.
I love Slash, dude. I'll never get tired of him. When he
Go
dies.
back a little. No. Go. Skip like 30 seconds. Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Axl doesn't hit this.
Oh damn.
Yeah. You just don't like how he kind of hits the nasal.
It's just his vowels. No, I don't mind it. No, like I just don't like his vowels.
Okay.
That's
I love
it. He has an amazing range.
Look up, Andrew, pull up Rock in Rio 2022 Guns N' Roses. And this is the Guns N' Roses. If you want to see Guns, do not see them. They were bad 5 years ago, bad 10 years. No, not 2001. The 2022.
Oh, Rock in Rio, right there.
There you go.
Oh god.
Wow, dude, these guys. I mean, it's an embarrassment. They go on for 3 hours.
Oh god.
And Axl Rose's voice gives out in the first song. It's really quiet. Is there a louder version?
The fuck is that drummer, dude? What the
See
fuck?
if there's like Rock in Rio, Brazil.
Oh my god, dude, Axl looks so fucking crusty now. What the fuck?
Don't hate on the guy. Come on.
I mean, look at him.
Okay, scratch Rock in Rio. Just look up Guns N' Roses like 2022 live. Just them nowadays.
No, I can imagine Axl is just unbearable.
Is there anything?
The only thing that's keeping Guns N' Roses going is Slash.
Yeah, and for a long time he wasn't in Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood, I'm doing your show.
Really?
Yeah.
Look up. I don't know. Find something recent. It's just like. You can just look up anything of just like the past 5 years. He just can't sing anymore. He has to go down an octave, and then when he goes falsetto, he has to turn Mickey Mouse voice on, is what I like to call it.
Dude, he can't even keep tempo. It's like a
And
second.
he's out of breath. It's really sad.
It's so much.
Oh
See,
god.
he has to go Mickey Mouse. He doesn't have that power.
Well, because he fucked it up. Like, what the fuck happened to his voice?
He didn't take care of it. If you sing like this your whole life, it's gonna give out. Cause like that's the thing. He has to go, I'm on the night, but he can't. He has to go, I'm on the night. Go to the chorus. He's gonna do Mickey Mouse voice. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Oh, by the way, I have to head out at 3 because I have to put one of my.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up soon. We'll wrap it up. There you go.
Dude, why is Slash doing the closing parentheses stance, dude? He's fucking cool.
I mean, Andrew, am I crazy?
About what? Whisper stuff. I mean, it's also hard to hear, but
I don't know. I'm just like of the opinion, don't spend $300 on a Guns N' Roses ticket to see them. They're gonna go for 3 hours. It's not gonna be a good time. I mean, they gotta do more instrumentals, more solos, just to give the image that they still rock, but they don't, and that's unfortunate.
Dude, just to think they were so big in like
Yeah,
the.
they probably had the biggest tour of history ever back in '91.
Oh my god, dude.
That Use Your Illusion tour, crazy, man. I mean, they were on top of the world.
That's just insane, man.
Honestly, dude, in this video, he's not even that bad. Like, when he's singing Chinese Democracy, I watched Rock and Roll 2022 live, because my mom has, we're Brazilian, so she has, like, when Rock and Roll was happening, she had it pulled up. She's like, oh, great, Guns N' Roses is playing. I'm like, okay. Dude, it's just like...
Terrible.
Yeah, it's like, don't do a 3-hour show if you can't get through 3 songs.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to be a brainiac to tell you that, but it's like, it's embarrassing. Put someone else that's capable to headline.
Yeah.
The only thing saving them is just their name brand, unfortunately.
Yeah. And fucking like I feel like Motley Crue is kind of doing the same thing. Like
Yeah, and now they can't do it anymore just because
Mick Mars.
Because Mick Mars. It's
Dude,
sad.
I'm so glad that I got to see him before he left. Oh my god. Like he did great. He did awesome.
Mhm.
Nikki Sixx did great. Tommy Lee did great. Vince Neil just blew it.
Tommy Lee still got it.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee still got it.
Oh yeah.
And then there's some bands and artists that I have to appreciate because despite them aging, they still got it. Like Metallica, yeah. James can still sing.
Oh, yeah,
Kurt can still play. The only one I'm iffy about is Lars, but he's been consistently bad. Why are we looking at Radiohead? What's going on?
it's a good band.
You're just,
They're still going.
No, but
But the Megadeth, like Dave, you can't sing anymore.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave Mustaine. Yeah.
Dave Mustaine he just can't. He doesn't have it anymore.
I'm surprised, but like Rob Halford can still fucking sing like a motherfucker. He
can.
was awesome.
And that's not even. He's in his 70s. He's
I know.
old. It's
Dude,
crazy.
it's like 50 years of Judas Priest or something like that, and he's still going.
Yeah, that's a class act singer. I mean, there's.
And like with the shit he does to his voice, like that kind of singing,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's no joke. I mean, the guy is undeniably talented. I can geek out about him forever.
Man.
But it's just sad 'cause someone like Vince Neil, like hard songs, just like really in his prime, unmatched. But nowadays
He sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's Corey Taylor's new band.
Stone Sour. Well, it's not new. They've been around for a while.
Wow, yeah.
His second band. I just got a Stone Sour CD. Really good stuff. Corey Taylor, such undeniably talented
Whoa,
singer.
Man in the Box.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. And then
I
they
watched this.
on their cover album they did We Die Young. Pretty good stuff. I watched that one. I mean, Corey Taylor's no joke. Corey Taylor has a very realistic voice you can strive for, I would say. Me and him, I think, are very similar. Where like our falsettos are weak, but
Right.
our chest voice has a lot of presence. Where like a guy like Rob Halford, he can comfortably use head voice and just nail it.
I guess I'm sort of like that. My head voice is a lot better than my chest voice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
But like Corey just goes full ham and like, yeah. Is there something you wanted to show us in specific, Andrew?
No, I just remember his Instagram had a bunch of cool videos of him singing for the album that they're making.
Dude.
For some
For Stone
recordings.
Sour,
I don't know
they're
if it, was
dropping a new album.
if it was Stone Sour or another project he's on.
I think Slipknot's cooking up something. I think they're gonna drop an album this
I
year.
think that's true.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but the
But
thing
the only
is,
good album was the first one, so.
you don't even believe that. You don't even believe that, Andrew.
It's true.
It's not.
Their first album is fantastic.
It's not even one of. It's not.
Mm,
I will say. Okay.
it's plausible.
It's like for me, like I get burnt out. It's to me like I get burnt out. Like same thing with Pantera. I can't really sit through a whole Pantera album. I think nowadays I can, but like I'll get to like song 7 and be like, wow, there's like 7 more songs, and be like, I gotta take a break. Personally, that's why I can sit through Stone Sour. It's a little bit. I can have it in smaller doses, but like Slipknot. Granted, they're younger. They came out in '99. They're not like Metallica and like these guys that came out, 20 years before almost.
Yeah.
2019, they released a solid, I thought We Are Not Your Kind is a really good album. So like, their last album was like able to stay to the standard of like the first album, in my opinion. I don't think that's a very controversial opinion. So it's not like unreasonable to think that they're gonna meet that level going into if they're gonna drop something this year. Whereas Metallica, like, dude, like these singles are dropping. It's like, stop.
Oh yeah, it's fucking.
The album's gonna be a 4 out of 10 at best.
Ugh.
At best, there's gonna be one song that might slap, and it's none of the ones they released so far. Like the out of the 3 that are released, like maybe one is.
Like okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we waited like 7 years since last album was mediocre, and now we're waiting 7 years for just slightly even more mediocre. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah.
that's what it's looking like.
Well-
I think they're gonna do better than Megadeth, but that's all I can say.
Yeah. Dude, fuck.
I don't know. Is there anything you're anticipating as far as artists releasing something?
Our band.
No, but like,
I know. Let's see. Honestly, I hope AC/DC writes another album. Shut the fuck up, okay? Look, I know.
Good one, Will.
What?
Good one.
Listen.
Yeah, everybody
hear me
wants
out.
to hear-
Hear me out.
I'm
Listen.
not hearing you. Out.
No, hey.
I'm tuning you.
No,
out.
listen. It doesn't matter how old these motherfuckers are. They can still put on a
They're
good
not-
live show.
They don't play live anymore.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, because like 7 years ago, one of their members died, and then like they stopped playing live. Like the bassist died or something, and then they swore not to play live again.
Mm.
They don't play live anymore. They don't play live. They don't do anything. Terrible band.
What are you talking about?
I think they're AC/DC's best contribution is the shirts they sell at H&M. That's not controversial.
Look, it says 2023.
Look at that. The first thing you see is store.
Look, I have mad respect for AC/DC because they write like the same type of shit. It may not
No,
all
not
be
the same
good.
type. The same shit.
Same type of shit,
Same shit.
which is the same type of shit.
No, the same.
Oh my
Slipknot
fucking
releases
god.
the same type of stuff. AC/DC releases the same song, same progression, same feel, same tempo. They never switch
And
it up.
to me, it
which
never
I can
gets old.
respect.
To me, it never gets old.
But to me, it gets old after I hear Hell's Bells.
I can never fucking sit through an AC/DC album, but I can respect. Back at black. I hate the sack. Oh wait, what?
That's what I think about that.
Filmed the footage of AC/DC's entire last concert. Ah, so it is 2016. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think they're done.
I think this reads something different.
Well, because they released an album in 2020, right? Van Halen, what the fuck? What?
I don't know.
Oh, Wasp, dude. I love Wasp.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, wow, it's surprising that you were an AC/DC head.
Oh, fuck. Well,
We gotta wrap things up.
Yeah, I gotta
Okay.
get going.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy that you actually like
I don't mind.
praised AC. Like,
It's just because they're so fucking old
Okay.
and they're still putting out music. I
That's
have a
cool.
lot of respect for that. Same thing with the Rolling Stones. Like they're old as fuck. Some of their music fucking sucks.
they're writing. Okay, whatever.
But I have mad respect for them.
All right, shout out to AC/DC, I guess. That was fun, man. I mean,
Yeah.
next time I want to get Grayson in, but
Fuck yeah.
Of
or
course,
get Wesley
get-
and Jess.
get Wes and Jessen, yeah, get those guys in.
They apparently only live like 15 minutes away from here. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they live up in Mesco, I think. But yeah.
I thought they lived in Ocean.
Well, anyways, guys, that's a wrap for it. If you're playing volume, Andrew, I can't hear it.
No volume.
No
You
volume.
just want to look at it.
Well, guys,
But here's the we made
if you
this in
stuck
an
around
hour.
this long, just listen to us. I guess today was more just talking about just music, really geeking out, which is more on brand, I guess. But anyways, guys, peace out. Me and Will here. Thanks for sticking around for whatever reason. If you didn't like music, you're not gonna have a good time. But
Or you
If
can just
you're-
fuck off.
there you go. We dropped a lot of F-bombs today.
Fuck yeah, we did.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your days. Have a great Saturday. This isn't probably going to drop today, but
Yeah.
take care, guys. Peace out. I'm done. That's a wrap. I got piss. Oh, fuck. I gotta go to work.